Hi everybody, it's Jen from the Planner Chickie. I hope you guys are having a great night. I am back, as the title indicated, to tell you what I'm using for work for 2017. And if you watched my first video, which I'll try and link below, which reminds me, let me get a pen so I can remember what I'm linking and not linking. And I'm using the very sweetest sticky note I've ever seen. So we're going to do personal planner 17. Okay, moving on. I just don't want to forget, and I try and watch the videos before I put them up, but sometimes I can't because I just toss them up in the air and see what happens. Anyway, so my personal 2017 planner is a Hobonichi, and like I said, I did a walkthrough with this that I'll link below. The only change, and thank you for the comments, and as soon as I remember who wrote it, I will give credit where credit is due. But they said to treat it like a traveler's notebook, and I'm sure when they said it, they meant get a traveler's notebook. I'm looking into it. I didn't want to fall deep into that rabbit hole if I could avoid it, just because I spent all this money with my Hobonichi. So what I did is I went to TJ Maxx, and I got myself a little notebook right here, and I have my lists in it. I'm sort of not really treating it as a bullet journal where all the pages are numbered. They really are numbered here. I swear it. See, there's a number there. Yeah, there is. I was like, I know I did it. So I'm treating it as an index as to what is going to be on each page. This way it makes me feel a little bit calmer, just having a bound book, because I'm used to having my lists, and it's a fancier word for it, but I just call it my notes. So that's what started 2017. Oh my God, the glare. Oh my God, the tripod. Sweet Moses. This is another Hobonichi in the cousin size. This one was in, I call it the personal size, but that's not the right words. This is an A6 for all the fancy people. And let me just corner them up down here and to the side, and you can see the difference. Although I saw somebody, again, I didn't write it down, so I don't know who, did a better comparison by this. You can fit 2 of these into 1 of these. So, personal work. I need, if you remember, and I will link it below, my last work setup, I had a planner and a notebook. And I'll remember to link that below. Okay? And this took care of all that by condensing it into 1 book. So I don't have to have like a separate bag anymore that I need to carry to work. I just carry this and I'm off to go. Sometimes my lunch, not usually. Anyway, I'm using the Hobonichi pen. Love the Hobonichi pen. Matter of fact, while I'm thinking about it, I need to stick a black in here in case I run out while I'm at work. That would really stink. Black is the color I use the most. Okay, so when you open it, it's the black cover with the plastic cover on cover to keep it clean, which is hilarious. Please remember I said that. Absolutely hilarious to others. I've already ordered another one. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So you have a whole bunch of pockets, which a whole bunch of crap stuck into it. I just threw this in here. This normally isn't in here because I wanted to hide my business cards because this is my work planner. So I have business cards in 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets. I have some masking stickers in another pocket, my arrows that I started using more and more in the same pocket, sticky note, and now a pen refill. Ta-da! The pockets on here is amazing. I don't think I have anything in here. No. So there's a big, big pocket right here, and then obviously where the techo comes in, and here's what it came with. Can't read that, but that's okay. And I think I'll do another video comparing the A6 and the cousin, just for you guys that are kind of researching it. I know I researched it for about 6 months before I was able to pull the trigger. I'm still not confident about it. I'm super confident about my work planner. It is working the best setup I've ever had. So this just has a quick phone call reference for me and my work address for when I deliver food there. It's a problem. I don't remember it. I just walk into the building. I don't have the address. So that's there, covered up, obviously. And then this page is a reminder of what these colors mean. And if I could do this without giving away any proprietary information, Okay, so blue is one place. This salmon, you can't see, hold on. There we go. The salmon color is another place. Yellow, which is that color, which is sort of coming up, is a third. And then green or aqua or teal, whatever color you want to call it, is for an event that happens at all three places. So that's working. And then I've got my two bosses' names under here, orange and green. That's to indicate on my to-dos as to, you know, it's important enough. It's the boss asking, so highlight it. After that, you get a yearly overview of 2017, 16, and 18. I'm just plugging up something up here, covering it up. I have to update this actually because I just got back from vacation. I took 2 days in January. So I kept track of last year's too in case I need to reference it. And I have a little key. Let's see if I can squeeze you down. There we go. So a square is a scheduled day off, and a circle is a call out. So you can see I used 1, 2, 3, 4 vacation days and 2 call outs in the one, all in the same call though. Bronchitis, that one. So I want to be able to do the same thing on the other page, just so I can have knowledge when I speak to my boss about the subject of scheduling. Anyway, moving on, and I keep track of it at the top how much I have. Okay, moving on. Then you get 3 months per page overview, and because I'm off 2 days a week, like most people, I have off however Wednesdays and Thursdays. So those days have become note pages for me, and I'm using this as a different kind of index. So we had a party for somebody, and I put the notes about that party right here on the 11th. And then I had to take a note about what to do for this event. Not event, but it was just a note about an ongoing thing. And the same thing here, how to print stamps. I know I can flip to page 2 of January and go back and see my note on how to print stamps. Okay, then there's also events I've got here, trips where we're out of town on here, and so on. And you get 2 pages of that, or 4, however you want to count it. Then you go into your monthly view. Now, I got this planner, sorry, you're zoomed in. I got this planner in December, and I loved it from love at first sight. And so I was using this extensively, more so than I do now, because I didn't have the weekly and the daily view. So I don't know why Hobonichi gives you December as a monthly overview when it's not necessary and you can't use the other parts of the planner, but you know, that's how they do it. So that's how it goes. I just marked silliness. I had no idea of what I was doing here. None. I really figured it out. I would say more so January, definitely February. And you can see where the color coding came into play. This is a birthday, this is a birthday. I can see it right away. I don't have to think about it and say, what does that say and where is that at? My color key tells me right away. Which I happen to remember. These little corner stickers are from Michaels, I think. Yeah, they're from Michaels. And I use those to indicate paydays. They come in cute little colors. So they're pretty thin. They're not super thin, but they're pretty thin. And it's been working for me, so we're just going to go ahead with that. Now, what else? What else? The office is closed for a snow day. I put that in there. My vacation time I laid out right here with washi. Can you see that? Sort of. Yes, maybe. I don't know. And then I have to move you. I have to move the book. Can you see this tab right here? It's a Post-it tab, and remind me like I'm talking to you. I'll show you exactly how I use it more so on the dailies and weeklies. But the monthly, I just peel it off and stick it on to the next month. And they're strong. They're made by Post-its, which I will link below. Post-it tabs. Okay. I find these to be an extremely valuable tool. Again, if you saw my other video, you know that I don't use the strings. They're so cute and I play with them all day, but I don't use them in the way they were intended in order to mark a monthly and a weekly and or daily. They just were too annoying for me. But they're cute, so I have to keep them. And if you didn't watch that video, now you're caught up. And then I do all forward planning on my monthlies. And again, I keep track of how much vacation time I had. So in January, I started with 7 vacation days. And in February, I only have 2. So there's that. This indicates a trip coming up. not necessarily for me, just somebody in my office won't be there. And again here, and I think that's it. I have one more in May, and then that. Okay, so then it goes, you have all the way until March, I think. Hold on, let me look. Let me look. Here's February. Paper's so thin, it's hard to get them. Here, it goes to March, and it tells you in the shaded area 2018, just in case you're not paying attention. And then it goes into your weekly pages, where obviously you have 52 of those. Again, this is the first time I used it. I used the bullet journal method, where I made my own symbols up, where triangle was important, a circle was a note, and a square was a task. And then I had my schedule up top, and then I highlight it when I came and went, and then I put the events here. I stopped that as I started using the planner more and more, and I really don't have any to-dos on this side anymore, and it's basically just schedule, strictly schedule. Even this stuff goes away, just because I needed a place to track my schedule so I can log it. The only time I'm using these up here, this is a to-do. Let me give you a blank one so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. There's how many boxes? Three to-do boxes right here. There's an empty blank box right under the date that I don't use. And then it goes straight into your time, starting at 6 a.m. and ending at 12 a.m. or 24 a.m. down here. It's a 24-hour clock, basically. So let me just zoom you back out and show you how it evolved from craziness to a little more calm, not so calm, because then I have this area here, it says hosts. I need to contact another person in order to fix a problem, but I moved those to my daily pages just because it was easier to take care of. Let's see here, what else? Any password changes, I put them here. I also note it in the back of the book on a sticky. Any parties that have to happen. This section is really just scheduling. And could I be using it more? Yes, but I don't want to be redundant in my planning, especially for work where it's fast-paced. Then I have this Ollie clip that clips together the weeks and the days I've used, and it brings me to my current day, which is the 28th, which is tomorrow because we're on the 27th. So I'll unclip it and show you how I use my daily pages. So interesting, I know. You're like, girl, how you using your book? Okay, so let's see. So here is the turning the page to a new year. So I had notes on here. We had 2 big events there. I had an event here. Had cancellations that I was hanging on to. Again, I'm in the hospitality industry. And then this was day 1. This has changed as well a little. More sloppy, not so neat and orderly. But yet the context of it is still there. So I'm using a call log like I had in my last video. I forewent. I dropped the schedule part on my daily because I have it in my weekly. I don't need it in 2 places. Then I started drawing a line. You'll see. Started drawing a line like this so I could use this area as scratch paper that I need. Not basic scratch paper, but work-related scratch paper, if that makes sense. Here's my little note about how to use the stamps. And if something is not done, see how Wednesday's empty but Thursday's not here, because this was my note on the 250K. So I know what to do there, and that is referenced. Then I tried to be fancy with my highlighter, crossing off all my to-dos or the call logs. Like if somebody calls in, I write it down. What did they want? Did I do it? Basically, and I don't leave until it's done. And if I am waiting on another person in order to finish it, I flag my planner on the side, and then I flag it in red just to irritate me further to getting it finished. I do forward some events or cancel them out, as in somebody else handled it in the office. And snow day. And then here's where it's real. Like this is a real day right here. This is a real day. Now let's talk about me being a jerk. So you see these black spots everywhere? It's everywhere. So I was real lazy one day. Let's have a little story. I was sitting at my desk relaxing. I had a candle lit because I'm the only one at my desk. And it was towards the end of the day. I look at the candle and I'm like, oh, let me blow that out. But I had just previously decided to clean my keyboard with one of those air cans to get all the crud out, because they get gross, man. Clean your keyboards. And I was feeling super lazy. It was at the end of my day, and I'm like, oh, let me just blow out this candle. And I went, psh, and the wax went poof, everywhere on my face, on my clothes. My desk was covered on my Hobonichi. So yes, I did order a new book. I just can't deal with it. And the worst area is, there's a couple places that aggravate me. First of all, there's a big old splotch right there. A couple splotches there. There's a big splotch there. It's all everywhere. So I ordered a new Hobonichi because my OCD will not let me function this way. So yes, that should be coming any day, and it's exact same planner, different cover. I just got something a little brighter. I'm not in a business where I need to be conservative. So I wrote the note here, what happened. I thought that was funny. So here you can see I did a circle and a highlighter because I started a project and then I gave it to my coworker. So I just put a dot in it so that today, this day, I could go back and check on it. And I did, and it was done. So that was that. So originally I had notes on here for a party we were having, and then I had to move it to the 9th because this page was disgusting. I started laughing so hard, but I really was mad with myself. So that is really how my planner is going. It's a mess, but it's an organized mess, if that makes any sense. It's working really well for, see, here's the 19th with all my notes. It's working really well for me as far as being productive with it and not just leaving it as a scratch pad, which I know I'm going to get comments. If you're looking at it, it looks like I scribble everywhere, but the call log is right here, which is slowly inching its way over here, which is fine because sometimes I need more room. But I started drawing the line for the scratch pads. I have a little section with the host section, and it's working out really well for me. I'm getting all my tasks done, and so far, I'm really liking it. And then here's the daily one I wanted to show you. So the problem with these things is, let me zoom you in. Zooming in. The problem is there's writing on here because I forget it's here all the time when I'm on that day and I'm writing and I'm like, oh, snap, I wrote on it. But here's what's great. Because this is Hobonichi paper, otherwise known as Tomo River paper. I hope I said that right. It is really thin, like Bible paper thin. I believe it's a 13-pound paper. So anything else I've used has ripped the page, which is a horror and gross. Thank God I'm getting a new planner because I need to fix a couple areas that I just chucked washi tape over. If this was my personal planner, it would be a really big problem. But because it's for my work, I moved past the day and I really don't look back. So it's not a complete nightmare. If I didn't blow the Yankee Candle all over it, I would not order a new planner just because I ripped the page. Okay, so these come off super easily. And they're thick. It's not going to come up thick, of course. Let me black it out. Here we go. They're the Post-it brand, where I believe they're made for not accordion files, but files, like files in a drawer, and you just put what that is in that folder. The other tip I have for you in making something a removable sticker is to take the sticker, put it on your hand, arm, wherever you want to, the palm, rub it really good, like make sure it's really stuck, and then rip it off. And I do it twice. So it still has that tacky, but it's not sticky. Do you know what I mean? So you're less likely to rip your pages, is the point that I'm trying to make. And in the back I have notes I can't show, of course, because it's got important information on here. But the Hobonichi does not come with a lot of note pages. Sorry, I forgot to zoom you out. The Hobonichi does not come with a lot of note pages. This is unfortunate. More so my personal planner, where I really need to flip back and forth within my notes. I don't have it with me, but in my past planner setups, I've always had sections for lists and then a separate section for notes and so on. So I missed that. That was my biggest adjustment with the personal planner. But with here, being that I'm off 2 days a week, not including vacation times, I have plenty of paper to last me the whole year for notes and references. And using that yearly overview in the back, front, is a lifesaver, because there's no way I'd be able to remember when I wrote this note, and now I can refer back to it very easily, quickly, and efficiently. In the back pages here, I just did some doodling. I don't think I did anything else. No. This is all in Japanese. This is just scrap notebook paper. This is how I was working, and then I wasn't, and there's even some here. Oh, it's all over the place. It's gross, right? I mean, look at that. It looks like poop. It looks like poop. So I just keep it just to make sure I don't need to refer back to it, and then once the information is passed, then I don't need it anymore. So that is what's in my work planner, my Yankee Candle wax work planner. That's funny to me only, I know. My coworkers really found that to be absolutely hilarious. So, you know, there's that. I'm entertainment for sure. Okay, so I babbled on long enough. Of course, this is a 20-minute video, but it is not a 30-minute video. Boop, boop. My goal is to get these videos shorter and shorter and shorter, because who wants to watch a long video? Sometimes you're in the mood for it, but most of the time I am not. I like to be entertained for about 10 minutes, and then my attention span is gone. Anyway, I will link the Hobonichi website below if you're interested. And if you have any questions or comments, of course, leave below, and I will do my very best to get back to you in a timely manner. And I hope you all have a good night. Bye!